I'm Edwina Yeung, and I'm in the Epidemiology Branch of the Division of Intramural Population Health Research here at the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development at NIH. So I'm primarily interested in obesity and its related metabolic risk factors. I was born in Hong Kong, and then I moved to Boston, the area around Boston, when I was around 9. And I grew up being encouraged to study science, go into medicine. So my parents gave us like a microscope. I remember using it a lot. It wasn't that great. We had like after school science programs, and then I had just really great teachers in high school too who taught, biology very well. So then I went to undergraduate education in Johns Hopkins University, and that's where I actually knew about epidemiology. So before my college education, I had never even heard of it. After I got in, I actually changed from being a biology major to a public health major. And after I graduated from Hopkins, I actually continued in their graduate program to get my master's and my PhD and to study obesity in a population health research setting. Well, so I think everyone knows that obesity is a large public health problem right now worldwide, and so some of the metabolic risk factors I'm referring to obviously is like heart disease down the line, but also just having, like bad cholesterol or high blood pressure, those types of things. What I really want to understand is what are the early determinants of obesity? How is it that kids become obese and then puts them on their trajectory into becoming overweight or obese? And what is it that we can do early on to stop this? What we do mainly is collect data from large populations. So I lead a study, it's called the Upstate Kids Study, and what we do is ask women about their and their children's health through questionnaires, and we also try to collect biological specimens from our participants as well as get data in other ways. And then when we get that data together here, we do statistical analysis to look at associations between those who do, for example, have a certain condition, and in my case I'm interested in obesity, versus those who do not have a condition, and make comparisons to see what are the risk factors associated with this condition. It's not just all about science and math, and actually enjoying writing could actually be really helpful too, just because we do write a lot of, proposals and manuscripts and stuff like that. So this is a diet recall computer module that the National Cancer Institute has made for kids. And what I'm trying to figure out is whether or not this will work also in the participants that we want to follow. So they have this menu. It has the penguin asking the kids to talk about what they've eaten in the last 24 hours. So we do consult the biostatisticians. We come up with an analytic plan before we do the analysis. And then the analysis is performed. Either I do it myself or someone else will implement the analysis on the data that has been collected. So it's a team effort, and then we see the results, and then the interpretation of the findings is mainly based on who is writing the paper, but we always, of course, have co-authors, and we come together and talk about what we've found and getting our findings out there with publications. And a lot of it is also figuring out what has been done before and what can we build off of what's been done and improve upon it, etc. In 15 years, I'm hopeful that we can figure out also specifically some of the mechanisms that go into how these early life risk factors. And if we figure out those mechanisms, we can perhaps come up with novel treatments and novel ways of prevention. It's like a very multidisciplinary job. I get to interact a lot with people of different scientific and also mathematical statistical expertise, and finding out new things about what I want to study, in this case obesity, and finding out these new things to, again, help people. And I think that's why it becomes the most exciting job for me.